So I got asked this question. Olivia and Pandit were bored, so they got out the number cards 1 to 9 to make up their puzzles, and they left some clues to help. Here's the rules. 1. They only use each card once to make 3-digit numbers. 2. The second number has to be double the first, and the third number has to be 3 times the first number. For example, 219, 438, 657, and 0 cannot be used. Okay, I assume the question in this case is to find another combination. Find another combination. Okay, so now that I have to find another combination with these following cards, I'm going to assume the first number is A, B, C. A, B, C is the first number. Therefore, the second number is twice the first number. So the second number is A, B, C times 2. And in that case, we're looking at all the digits, so I'm just going to put little brackets around it to show that it's A, B, C times 2. The third number is A, B, C times 3. And I'll put brackets around that as well. There we go. And that is the third number, which is 3 times the first number. Now I'm going to introduce some new variables. So let ABC times 2 be L, M, N. And let ABC times 3 be X, Y, Z. Now I know one more piece of information. And that's not from the question, but it's from my general knowledge. I know since the biggest number must still be 3 digits, the smallest number can only be 3, 3, 3. 3 times 3 will give us the biggest number, which will be 9, 9, 9. That means A can only be less than 3. A must be less than 3. Let's just try A is equal to 3. And when A is equal to 3, I know that I can either have 3, 1, 2, or 3, 2, 1. And let's say A, B, C. These are numbers for A, B, C. Now let's check the numbers for L, M, N. L, M, N must be, well, if that's 3, 1, 2, then L, M, N is twice that number. So it's 6, 2, 4, or 6, 4, 2. Now you guys might see a problem here because we are only allowed to use each digit once. That 2 and that 2 is repeating. There and there is also repeating. Therefore, A must not be 3. A cannot be 3. A cannot be 3. That means A must be 1 or 2. Let's go down a little bit more. Now I know one more interesting fact about this question. It's not okay, so I know that if I have a number x and I add it to 2x, I get 3x. Similarly, if I have a, b, c plus 2 times abc, so that's abc times 2, I will get abc times 3. That will simply give me abc plus, from earlier we know that abc times 2 is just LMN. And abc times 3 is just X, Y, Z. Now I'm going to write this equation in a more familiar looking way. That was A, B, C plus L, M, N will give me X, Y, Z plus. Okay. Now most people do their addition from right to left. So they do this column, and then they do this column, and then they do this final column. So what I need to do is I need to find a value for C. So why not brainstorm all the possible values for C, from 1 all the way to 9? Okay, so if C is equal to 1, well then N must be double that, so N must be 2, and Z must be, or Z then must be 3, because it's triple that. Okay, if C equals to 2, then N is equal to 4, Z is equal to 6. If C equals 3, then N is equal to 6, and Z is equal to 9. Let's keep going. If C equals 4, N is equal to 8, and Z is equal to 12, However, what we'll do is we'll only look at the last digit, the digit that comes down here. Don't worry about the carryover yet. So if c is equal to 5, n equals to 10, we only care about the 0, and we'll get to the fact that we can't use 0 in a moment. And z is 15. If c equals 6, then n is 12, and z is 18, and we care about the 2 and the 8. If c equals 7, then n is equal to 14, and z is equal to 21. If c equals 8, then n is now 16, and we care about the 6, and z is equal to 24. If c is equal to 9, then n is equal to 18, we care about the 8, and z is equal to 27. Great, so we've listed all the possible values for c. Now we have to eliminate the few that we can't use. One of the first eliminations, which we mentioned earlier, was c equals to 5. We can't use 0. N cannot be 0. Nothing can be 0. No number can be 0. And the other one is actually c is equal to 1. Because if c is 1, that means n must be 2. However, our a value at the front here can either be 1 or 2. So it's not possible, because then our a value will double up with one of these. So we'll get rid of this as well. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll assume c is equal to 2. So if c is 2, then n is 4, and z is 6. That means a must be 1. A must be 1. And what I'll do is I'll list out all the numbers now so we can see what we've used up and what we haven't. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, we've used up 1, 2, 4, and 6. Now let's assume some values for b. So b can either be 3, 5, 7, 8, or 9. If b is 3, then I get 1, 3, 2. Double of 1, 3, 2 is 2, 6, 4. And I'm reusing 6, so I cannot assume b is 3. Let's assume b is 5, so I get 1, 5, 2. And then I will double that to get 3, 0, 4. And I'm using the number 0, which we cannot do, so it cannot be 5. Let's try 1, 7, 2. 1, 7, 2, double that is 3, 4, 4. When you're reusing 4, you cannot use that. Then let's try 1, 8, 2. And if we do double that, we get 3, 6, 4, which we cannot use because 6 is being reused. Let's try the last one, 1, 9, 2. That means if I put 9 here, I will get the double of that, which will be 3, 8, 4. That makes sense. 3, 8, 4. We haven't doubled up on anything, which is all good. And then I will simply complete the addition to find that, or I can just triple ABC. I'll just complete the addition, so 8 plus 9 is 17, plus 1 at the top, so 1 plus 1 plus 3, that will give us 5. So our first set of values will be, I'm going to put them in the corner up here, 1, 9, 2, 3, 8, 4, and 5, 7, 6. Now what I can do next is put in c is equal to 3. That means I get c is 3, n is 6, and z is equal to 9. That should start you off. I'll let you guys actually work this one out. Put in the comments what your answer was below if the last digit of the first number is 3.